Okay, there is a cleaning job that I have been avoiding, I think, since we moved into this house in 2018. It is just behind me to my 7 o'clock. It is cleaning the basement fridge. And I have had friends, because this is the fridge we use when guests come over and use the pool, I have had friends say to me, "Did someone pee in your fridge?" That's not even a joke. Like, my friend went to get a drink and that actually happened. And you would think that might motivate one to perhaps clean the fridge. It absolutely did not motivate me. So in this video, I have decided to use September Self-Improvement Month as a month where I too shall be improving myself and my home just a little bit, just a wee bit. You see what I did there? Just a quick note before we get started on this video. At Makers Clean, we are having our twice annual warehouse sale happening right now, where we have items marked down up to 50% off. You don't need a coupon code. You can just see the prices as marked on the website. You can visit makersclean.com or makersclean.ca. We've got to make room for some new inventory, so go get your hands on some of our best deals of the year. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to the Clean My Space channel. It's like, seriously, if you are not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. I clean all kinds of things in my house, in other people's homes, mostly in my house, and I'm also lazy and I hate cleaning. So if we vibe, you should subscribe. And also give this video a thumbs up if you appreciated the fact that I just made a rhyme on the fly. First, we're going to talk about how to deal with stains in your fridge. Now, if you look at this fridge critically, and actually you don't even have to look hard, you can see that there are stains in the gasket. And it's important to deal with those stains because if the gasket doesn't have a tight seal, it's actually very energy inefficient and it won't keep your food as cold. So you've got to keep that maintained. Then if you look at the shelves and the racks and the drawers, if you notice that there is any buildup, you know, that not only looks bad, but also it just feels gross when you go into your fridge, you know? So how do we deal with those stains? We're gonna cover that. And then the second part of dealing with your fridge is how to deal with odors. When it comes to managing odors in your fridge, the number one thing you can do is make sure that you get rid of expired food. Well, the number one thing you can do is make sure your fridge is plugged in, because if it's not plugged in and your food spoils, then you have a whole other problem and you're going to need reinforcement. But if your fridge is plugged in, just make sure that your food in there doesn't go bad. You also want to make sure that you have proper seals on your food. So for example, if you're marinating chicken in your fridge and you leave the bowl kind of open air, you know, your fridge is going to stink. If you have meat that's sitting in there for a few days, same thing. If you have leftovers that have plastic wrap or a plate or a lid on top of it instead of a tight sealed container lid, odors are going to escape as well. So there's so many different little ways that odor can build up in your fridge. And you want to make sure that you're micromanaging that, if you will, so that you're not dealing with a macro odor issue. And then of course, the number one tip is to change out your box of baking soda. It is so obvious, it is so easy, it is so inexpensive. Why don't we all do it? Well, why don't we all do a lot of things? We know exactly why. So this is just your reminder to change out that box of baking soda very regularly. Another way that you can make sure your fridge doesn't smell is to keep it at the right temperature. Most fridges have some sort of a thermometer where you can adjust your temperature accordingly, and frankly, you should never change it from where it needs to be. And the optimal temperature for your fridge is anywhere from 35 to 38 degrees, and in Celsius, it's anywhere from 1.6 to 3.3. You can clearly tell that I'm talking a lot right now because I'm being avoidant. I actually don't want to go and clean that fridge. But, you know, and if I just do a quick body scan, I'm noticing that I'm sweating. I'm actually getting a visceral reaction right now because I so badly do not want to clean this fridge. But we are going to do it together. We're going to be brave. I'm going to get gloves on because anytime I put cleaning gloves on, I always feel like I can tackle a little bit more. I'm also going to get a towel that I'm going to roll up and put down on the floor so that my knees don't hurt while I'm doing this, because I'm going to have to be on my knees while I'm cleaning this fridge. So hot little tip for you. If it's something you're avoiding, you know, a towel on the floor never hurt anybody. You're gonna have to get real intimate with your fridge if you wanna clean it correctly. And what that looks like, sounds like, and feels like is you pulling out every single food item and every single shelf and drawer and component you possibly can, because you know, you never know what gets stuck behind there. And I can say this as someone that runs a professional cleaning company. It makes a huge difference when you do that. You put your fridge back together and it honestly feels brand new. Like, I will say again, I'm dreading cleaning this fridge, but I am already looking forward to how much better it's gonna look and feel when I open it when it's done. Once everything is pulled out of your fridge, you're then going to get to pre-treating and cleaning. So I like to pre-treat the inside of the fridge with either a heavy-duty all-purpose cleaner, or you can use something like Dawn Power Wash, which is what I'm gonna be using, because again, I need to go for the big guns. I'm also gonna be sprinkling baking soda over any stained areas in the fridge. Then I'm gonna close it and I'm just gonna let it sit for about 10-15 minutes while I clean all of the interior components. Now, to do this, I'm doing the same thing. I'm pre-treating. I want to remind you that pre-treating any surface is going to make your job as the cleaner significantly easier, because you're allowing the product to do the work for you. So take all of your items, spray them, and just let them sit for a few minutes. So this glass shelf is going to be a real challenge, because what I'm seeing here is not only sticky spills, but also the remnants of a cardboard box. I'm going to use Dawn Power Wash as a starting point to see if it can do the trick. If not, I'm gonna level up. And I have to work one side at a time here. All right, so clearly the Dawn Power Wash did something, but not enough. So I'm gonna put some baking soda and dish soap on there. I'm gonna swirl that around. I'm gonna see if this works. And I'm going in and testing it with my scraper. This is something that I can use that won't scratch the glass so long as it's wet, and it's still not doing anything. Wow, this is like one of the most challenging things I've cleaned in a long time. So I'm getting out the pink stuff, which is an abrasive cream cleanser. I'm wetting my hands and I'm just gonna spread it on and let it sit. Dwell time in this type of situation is really, really important. Now, to clean the interior components here, I'm sprinkling a little bit of baking soda onto my Maker's Clean scrub cloth. So that's gonna provide me with just enough abrasion to get the cleaning done. The racks don't need much cleaning, so I'm just using my Maker's Clean scrub cloth as well as a little bit of dish soap. Okay, so that worked. I'm gonna rinse it and place it on my Maker's Clean waffle weave towel to dry. And if you look how big this is and how many components I have of the fridge, you'll understand why we made our cloth so big. Our waffle weave dish towel is really amazing for big and small jobs. And you wanna make sure that they're completely dry before you put them back in the fridge, because mold. Okay, so the interior of the fridge. I thought the strategy I was going to use, the Dawn Power Wash and the Maker's Clean scrub cloth, would be sufficient, but what I noticed very quickly is that I need to level up. I'm using my magic eraser here, so I'm just wetting it and then I'm gonna scrub using the S pattern. And finish that up with a wipe using a damp microfiber cloth. Okay, so this is the most dreadful part of this fridge. These two levels are utterly disgusting. It is so sticky and so thick. So I'm gonna use a scraper to loosen up what I can. And now I'm going in to retreat it with some of the pink stuff. I'm going to smear on the pink stuff and just let it do its thing. And then I'm gonna move on to the next section and do the same thing. Now, you'll notice that I'm using a paper towel to sop up any of this initial mess, and that's because I don't want to get whatever this is mixed in with my microfiber cloth. Okay, now that that's all done, I filled my bucket with clean water, and I have here a Maker's Clean general purpose microfiber cloth, and I'm going through and I'm doing what's called a rinsing wipe. So this is just to remove any excess product as well as any remnants that have been left behind. And honestly, this is a beautiful reveal. We should all have cleaning reveals as amazing as this one. Okay, now it's time to put everything back together, and I have to say, despite the fact that I was a little bit bitter about having to do this cleaning job, I am really impressed with how well this turned out. Now I have to say, while I absolutely dreaded doing this job, and to be fair, you might love cleaning the fridge, and that's all good. I'm just sharing my feelings. You can't deny the fact that this fridge looks so much better than it did when we started along this journey together. And as a little parting gift to my fridge, I'm gonna leave a fresh box of baking soda in there. Then I'm gonna restack all of the bottles. And notice how I have a lot of champagne. I think that's indicative of me deserving a little treat. I think I need to toast myself for doing this job. So we did it together. I embarked on a very uncomfortable journey during Self-Improvement Month. I also want to encourage you, if there's a frog in your house that you need to kiss, AKA something really uncomfortable that you don't want to do, you can do it. I just did it. You just saw that in real time. All those beads of sweat were real. And that brings me to this week's comment question, which is, what is the one thing in your home that you are really dreading to clean? For me, you know what it is. Actually, there might be one other thing that I might tackle in an upcoming video. We'll see how much I care to self-improve myself. We may or may not get there, but I'd love to know in the comments below what that area is for you. Now, I just want to touch quickly on our membership program again. Thank you so much to all of the new members who have recently joined. We just had our first members only live stream where I walked through a topic and did a whole presentation and deep dive, kind of like a master class. And I'm doing that once a month. You have access to all of those back catalogs of content as we build more, custom emojis, special members only area, and so much more. If you want to learn more about the Clean My Space membership program, you can check the description box down below. If you want to watch me clean a cleaner fridge, you can check out this video right over here. It goes through the 3-wave system and it's also very useful. And if you haven't done so already, just a quick reminder that you should totally subscribe to the Clean My Space channel. Thanks so much for watching. Have some champagne on me and see you next time.